If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him.
Maybe someone's reacted to that news. I don't know, or maybe it just fell through. No. But it sounds to me that the move to fight Jake Paul has just maybe derailed the other fight. But I don't blame Canelo Alvarez, because financially, the bigger fight is Canelo-Jake Paul. Yeah. Because in that fight, you got two big stars. Yeah. In the other fight, you got two great fighters.
The boxing world was set ablaze with excitement when rumors of a mega fight between two of the sport's pound-for-pound greats, Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, began to circulate. Fans anticipated a blockbuster event, a clash of champions that would go down as one of the most iconic fights in boxing history. However, recent developments have thrown cold water on these expectations, leaving fans disheartened and frustrated. What began as a promising negotiation has reportedly crumbled into a chaotic fallout, sparking heated debates and controversies across the boxing community. Initially, it seemed as though all the pieces were falling into place for a monumental showdown. Reports emerged that Crawford and Canelo were deep in negotiations, with reputable sources like Ring magazine suggesting that a deal had been struck. The proposed fight was to take place this fall in Nevada, promising to be a must-watch event that would cement the legacies of both fighters. However, those hopes were short-lived. Ring magazine later tweeted that the planned fight had been called off, citing irreconcilable differences between the two camps. Both sides reportedly struggled to agree on critical terms.
And Terence Crawford, who should be a big star, but the reality is isn't. He's just an unbelievable fighter. So listen, everything can change overnight, as you saw.
Yeah.
So don't rule out Canelo Crawford, but as I'm hearing, Canelo-Jake Paul is done. And I get it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Mad old game. Eddie, always a pleasure, mate. Really appreciate the time.
Listen, buck up your ideas.
Leading to the collapse of what could have been the fight of the year. Fans, who had been eagerly awaiting official confirmation, were left stunned as the dream matchup unraveled before their eyes. In a surprising twist, YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul found himself at the center of the controversy. Many fans and insiders speculated that Paul's involvement in boxing played a role in derailing the negotiations. Social media erupted with criticism, with users accusing Canelo of prioritizing spectacle over substance. One notable post came from the account Pete Games on X, formerly Twitter, which declared, "It's official. Saul Canelo Alvarez ducked #1 pound-for-pound Terence Bud Crawford. Canelo is now the undisputed biggest coward in boxing history, the biggest duck of all time." Such comments highlight the frustration among boxing purists, who believe that Canelo's rumored interest in fighting Jake Paul undermines the integrity of the sport.
Confident are you, David, that you will fight the winner of Better Be a Bivol?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. To be honest, the only thing that I'm thinking about is that if Bivol wins this fight, like what they would have to do a rubber match. You know what I mean? And like I'm just like thinking, who am I to say that they can't fight another fight, because they've fought two great fights. So that's basically the only thing I'm thinking of right now. But I would, if that's something like that would happen, I think I wouldn't fight until they get that done with, and then I would move into that fight after they have a trilogy. So that's really the only thing I'm thinking right now.
But that would be a long break for you. Like, let's say conceivably they fight again October,
Adding fuel to the fire were reports suggesting that Canelo's rumored tune-up match with Jake Paul was a significant factor in the breakdown of negotiations with Crawford. While there is no concrete evidence that such a fight was ever seriously discussed, the mere speculation has been enough to tarnish Canelo's reputation in the eyes of many fans. Critics argue that a fight against Paul, a social media star with limited boxing experience, would be a step down for a fighter of Canelo's caliber. Turki Al-Sheikh, a prominent figure in organizing high-profile boxing matches, has been particularly vocal in his disapproval of YouTubers entering the ring. Al-Sheikh believes that such matchups detract from the sport's authenticity, and he has expressed disappointment in Canelo's willingness to entertain the idea of fighting Paul. As frustration mounts, fans have begun calling for Canelo to shift his focus to more meaningful opponents.
We'll see. I'm gonna rest and talk with my team. And like I say, everybody asking for everything. But and I always did. I always fight with everybody. You asking, so. But right now I'm in the position I can ask him to. So I'm in the position I can ask him to, and I can do whatever I want, and we'll see what happens next.
Many have urged him to challenge IBF title holder William Skull, a move that would set the stage for Canelo to reclaim undisputed super middleweight status. Such a fight would not only restore faith in Canelo's commitment to the sport, but also pave the way for future Hall of Fame-worthy clashes. In contrast, the idea of Canelo fighting Jake Paul has been widely panned as a spectacle that would do little to advance the sport. Critics argue that such a matchup would tarnish the legacy of a fighter who has achieved so much in his career. For a city like Las Vegas, known for hosting the pinnacle of boxing events, a Canelo-Paul fight would fall far short of expectations. For Terence Crawford, the collapse of negotiations with Canelo is yet another chapter in his quest to solidify his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Crawford, fresh off his historic victory,
but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford. Tough to digest. You get hiccups, right? So, come on. He's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is. You know, but who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the...
over Errol Spence Jr., has been riding a wave of momentum. A fight against Canelo would have provided an opportunity to showcase his skills on the biggest stage and further cement his status as boxing's pound-for-pound king. However, Crawford has faced his own share of criticism. Reports suggest that Canelo's team wanted Crawford to face Teofimo Lopez as a prerequisite to their fight, a condition that Crawford found unacceptable. This stipulation, coupled with the ongoing drama surrounding Jake Paul, created a perfect storm that ultimately derailed the fight. As the dust settles, speculation continues to swirl about what really caused the fight to fall apart. Some insiders believe that a simple misunderstanding may have triggered the dispute, while others point to deeper issues of ego and pride. One theory suggests that Crawford's strong words for Teofimo Lopez may have soured negotiations, leading Canelo to demand that Crawford fight Lopez first. Meanwhile, rumors of a potential Canelo-Paul showdown have persisted, despite the lack of credible evidence to support such claims. While the internet buzzes with talk of this unlikely matchup, it remains highly improbable that a four-division champion like Canelo would step into the ring with a YouTuber at this stage of his career. For many fans, the mere possibility of such a fight is a disheartening reminder of how far the sport has strayed from its roots. With the Canelo-Crawford fight officially off the table, both fighters are left to reassess their options. For Canelo, the focus may shift to reclaiming his status as an undisputed champion by targeting William Skull or other top contenders in the super middleweight division.